Okay, welcome back everyone, Zaf here to yet another Soul Leveling Rise video. Wow, these intros are getting a budget cut. Anyways, we have two big things to cover here, and I'm not talking about Gina. I'm talking about two recent notices the devs have put out, so let me put that on the screen right here. First off, we have a new banner coming our way. This is for Mirei. It's her rate up draw banner, and this starts, let me just double check, on Thursday's reset, so it should be tomorrow. It'll be coming out. So the question is whether or not you should waste your precious rate up tickets on her, or should you save them on someone else, like Isol, like Thomas Andre, who will be coming out soon. So I'll cover that with you. I'll give you my thoughts about it, because Mirei is no joke right now. She's literally the strongest hunter in the game when it just comes to raw DPS. At least that's based on my findings. So she is not a hunter you should sleep on, especially when she's vital for Baron if you don't have the two sisters, but I'll cover that in just a moment. There's also one more thing I do want to cover. We have a new Lucky Check-in event and also a new event. I did end up clicking the wrong tab, but that's okay. As a reminder, do not forget to support us. We fell down to rank number 2. The ranking is just based on how much money your supporters spend, so no worries. I actually care more about how many supporters we have rather than how much money everyone spends, because this way I know I'm providing such a benefit to multiple people rather than me receiving the benefit. So if you want free codes, just go to the link down below and support. Your codes will be right here under the My Page section. You have to scroll down. It's not instant. I send these codes manually. It takes like half a day now for me to send out codes to every single supporter. So just support, don't think, you will get your codes. And a quick shout out to Truck Gun, aka Vasan, for being the first commenter on our recent video. Here is your shout out to enjoy that juicy Discord roll. And also, if you haven't yet, please do subscribe. 800 subs left until we reach 100,000. I have a lot planned, so make sure you subscribe, otherwise you are missing out. So I was going to go to this tab here. We have the treasure hunt event coming back, but I do want to go to this, the Lucky Check-in event. We're actually getting some crazy rewards here. We're getting the Gambler Special, the Light Festival boxes, 5 of them, 10 rune chests, 5 Blessing Stone chests, and 5 more of those gambling boxes. Actually, let me show you what you can expect from them. So going sorry about that, going back to our game, I have 10 prepped right here. Let me go ahead and open them, just so you can see how good the value from these are. We're getting these for free, by the way. The rates on these are insane. If you luck out, you can get up to, actually wait, did they nerf these summons? Okay, we no longer get up to 50 summons. I think they thought that was too good. Yeah, it's actually gone. We get traces now, we get weapon designs, we get some summons, but it's mostly just runes. I think they buffed, yeah. They buffed the Blessing Stone Volume 2 and Rune Volume 2 for legendary stuff. That's okay, I think that's a good trade-off, but I'm hoping for some traces and also a legendary. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, drop a like for some good RNG. Did you like? Perfect. Here we go. And boom! 10 used up. And oh, what is this? We got a gem, a rune, like a smidge of blessing powder. Half of it's gone. Someone probably used it up. I don't want to say some other word, but rune fragments. What is this? This is garbage. Oh, what a waste of 1,500 diamonds. If you go to the shop, you can purchase these. So we just used up 10 for absolutely nothing. So I'm not looking forward to those at all. What was that? I feel like they're so much worse than before. But chat, guess what? I'm a degenerate gambler. So I'm buying some diamonds right now. If there's one thing I love doing, it's gambling in this game. And also, some of you may have missed it. If you're pay to win, of course. These packages here are crazy value in the weekly theme tab. So make sure, if you're a whale, to buy these. They are just crazy value. So I have my diamonds now. Let's open 10 more of those boxes. Let's see if we get something good this time. That first 10 was such a waste. Oh my gosh. Okay, we have diamonds. Let's go back to the shop, new items, and it should be here. Let's get 10. And by the way, when you use your coupons, this only applies to one purchase, not multiple. So you can't use them on, let's say, 10,000 multiple diamond purchases. But here we go. Go to our inventory and pop those suckers open. Use, go, and drop a like for good luck. And what do we get? I am just disgusted. There's no way we just got trash back to back. I'm boycotting these boxes. No, I'm not. I have 120 for a reason. I'm saving these for the 100k celebration, so stay tuned for that. Do subscribe. But anyways, I was supposed to demonstrate how good they are, but those were just terrible. The rates, they nerfed them so hard. But it's because they're much cheaper now. It was 150 diamonds. Before it was 250, so for that 100 reduced cost, we just get garbage. Please, Devs, just charge me more. How can those rates just be so bad? But anyways, lots of rewards coming our way for free. That's always good. And also the treasure hunt event, very standard. This time it's for blessing stones. So we're getting blessing chests and powders. Perfect. We know for a fact we need a ton of these. Getting legendaries is so hard, especially when you fail those fusions. Oh, can the devs please buff how hard it is to get something heroic, something legendary, please? People quit over this. Please, devs, listen to me. Update the system. But anyways, this is such a good event. But let's go over Mirai now. That's the real important factor. As you know, her banner is coming out in one day, but should you summon for her? Before I give you an answer, we have to look at your priorities right now. First off, how many rep tickets do you have? If you don't have many, it might not be the right choice, or it might actually be the best choice you can make. And what's your current strategy with the current hunters? Do you plan on summoning for Gina? Have you already summoned for her? Are you trying to get to the ideal point? Same with Charlotte. Do you have copies of Harper? Do you have copies of Charlotte? Do you need another copy of her? Well, her banner actually ends, so by the time this video goes out, you don't have much time to really decide. In my eyes, we have to look at two important things. The first being in the custom draw. Are you using her as your rate-up option? You have to remember Mirai can be used for basically all late-game content, especially with the new release of the workshop. They are weak to wind, meaning Mirai is actually perfect. She can run through this easily. So if you already have, let's say, one copy of Mirai, but you don't have any copies of the sisters, our main dark units, when it comes to the workshop, summoning for Mirai might be the right move. But you have to remember, rate-up tickets are just so scarce. Do you really want to waste your tickets to summon for a hunter that might not be, the next best thing, the next meta-defining unit? That's a very tough call. If I was someone who had, let's say, a for Mirai, and I already used all my summons up on custom draws, didn't pull for her, I might be inclined to summon for her, but I don't think it's vital. I don't think you're required to summon for them. You can only find Mirai in two sources, special summons or from our custom draws on the rate-up list, or even losing the 50/50s. When we look at Mirai's passives, there's a few points that make her very strong. A1, obviously, she gets a 24% stacking bonus, so 12 and 12, very strong. A2 as well is very good. When she enters a stage, her ultimate gets charged up by 40%, so if you have your weapon up to, I believe it's A5, she instantly can ulti, helping out her DPS a lot. So that's one of the vital points for her, though her A3 is honestly just as good too. Charging up her power gauge and lowering her cooldowns, it's vital, but A4 not really required, you don't have to rush for it, but it does give her a ton of elemental damage. The crazy part about Mirai is every single advancement is actually very strong. A5 gives her so much damage, 80% to her basic skills when she uses her ultimate. That is unheard of. What we have to actually look at is what teams we have right now. So, if you have hunters like Harper, if you have hunters like Charlotte, Mirai might not be the best option for you, especially if you're focused on Baron, because these two hunters right now are perfect for running normal Baron. When it comes to the updated workshop, you don't need Mirai. She's actually not the best for that run. It doesn't mean she's not capable. She makes it so easy, literally slicing through the enemies like butter. But Charlotte and Harper are basically built for it, with their shields, with their dashes, their stuns, etc. But if you're missing both these two units, and you have units like Wu, you have units like Hansame, going the Mirai route might be your best pick. But again, you have to remember, you can already summon her from the custom draws. So do you really want to waste rate-up tickets? If you already have Harper though, if you have Charlotte, but they're not advanced up, like your Hansame is, like your Mirai is, like your Wu is, you can decide whether or not you want to save for Isol, who is the next hunter coming out. She's probably going to be a dark support unit, because as you know, when it comes to Charlotte and Harper, she basically ties into their lore, so it just makes sense for it to be a dark support unit, because we don't have dark support, we have a hybrid attacker in support, we have another DPS, we have another DPS, but no dedicated dark support. That's what dark teams are missing. So honestly, when it comes to rate-up draws, I personally, regardless of where I am in the game, I would not summon for hunters that we already had previously, because not only are you wasting your tickets on potentially better or more vital hunters, you're losing out on all the event rewards. If we jump into Gina's banner, the biggest issue lies in the growth tournaments and the current lucky capsule or dice event. These both provide us so much value. You have to remember though, even if you summon for Mirai, you still get these rewards here. All it says is draw from the rate of draw 10 times, regardless of what banner it is. I can actually just show you that really quick on Charlotte. If I get an SSR, I will freak. So let's go here. No one clip that. Let's do one draw and see what we get. Oh my gosh, if it's an SSR, I'm gonna actually scream. Okay, we got a rare. Now if we go back, I can show you under missions. Boom bam, 1 out of 10. Meaning it doesn't matter what banner you summon for, but you're getting a weapon you probably don't need. If you're summoning for Mirai, that means you're skipping Gina, which is fine. That's a discussion for a video we already had before. But getting a weapon for a hunter you don't have is kind of a waste overall. So that's something I don't recommend as well. As you know, with these events, you get a lot of goodies. You get the weapon designs, you get a bunch of gold, artifact enhancements, etc. But the growth tournament these provide so much value, that alone makes it worth it to basically save and summon for rate-up banners, especially if you are free to play. You only get so many rate-up draw tickets, so getting the 1500 points needed for all these rewards here does really impact your progression. So honestly, like I said before, if it was me, regardless of what the hunter was, I wouldn't summon. I wouldn't waste my rate-up tickets for any hunter here, even if I was short on them. Even if my Mirai was A5 right now, I still would not summon, even as a whale. These tickets here are just so hard to come by. As a free-play player, you have to use Essence to get your rate-up draws, which again makes it just such an awful experience. So using them on a hunter you can already get, and you have to wait a month to summon for, is just not a go in my eyes. Save it for the rate-ups. Thomas Andre is coming. ISIL is coming. So overall, stick to the custom draws for Mirai, and use your rate-up draws only for the specific event-themed hunter that comes to a rate-up draw banner. So I hope that helped you. Again, it's up to you if you feel like you need Mirai to progress, if you want it for bonus DPS, if you can't do normal Baron and you just need one more copy of Mirai to finally beat it, go ahead, you can summon for it, but you do lose out on a lot of value. But I guess the argument is, well, I can get value from clearing content right now. If I do use my rare tickets, sure, that works. But Solo Leveling Rise is a game of skill as much as it is a game of whaling, and also being efficient and maximizing your resources. But again, that's just one guy's opinion. Up to you what you want to do. I just gave you the groundwork. You get to decide at the end of the day what is best for your account. If you enjoyed, of course, do drop a like, make sure to subscribe, drop a comment as well. Are you summoning for it, or do you find it to be a bait banner? I really want to know what everyone thinks. And please don't forget to support us on that Marvel Supporter Program. It's free, you get free codes. That way we can get back our rightful spot as rank number 1. On that note, this was your Code King Zaf, signing out.